So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. You know, they may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, we're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too.
We started the Community Athletic Project back in 2018, and it was a way for us to give back to the community, the young people of the community. This golf tournament is this golf tournament gives us an opportunity to say thank you to everybody, to say thank you for being a part of this. Let's get out and have a good time playing some golf and have fun and enjoy ourselves and have a communal opportunity to say thank you.
And we got some perfect weather for it.
Absolutely. You know, last year we had 115 degrees. This year we're at 80, and it's beautiful and nice little breeze.
What I learned in my first semester in college was that I could run. And so I took a running class. I got into running. I lost 50 pounds. and I started doing half marathons. And that was really transformational for me. Never would have been competitive, but what a difference it made for my personal psyche, my personal health, body image, all kinds of things. If we didn't have athletics in colleges, community college or otherwise, my ability to have taken that running class, to have found that something inside of me that clicked with, I wouldn't have had it. And so it's really important that we provide that opportunity, team sports or not, because it's so impactful for students when they come to us.
Doubleheader number 2 about to get underway from Lancaster. It's the men's. Mike Cepeda just starting off with you. And Jeff, there's a team in Citrus visiting Antelope Valley. State powerhouse. Citrus has been in the upper echelon of the 3C2A for many years now. And Coach Brett Lauer, in his 6th season, has this team 17-2 on the year, 5-0 in conference. We'll take a short break for the national anthem. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Back live from Lancaster. Starting lineups for Antelope Valley. It'll be Dakari Lewis, Lucas Baxic, Josh Montiano, Jonathan Daniels, and Evan Scott Alexander. For Citrus, Ibo Ujadeli, Anthony Teo, Chris Childs, Jaden Johnson, and Ty Barlow. And this is a team with Citrus that will like to turn things into a track meet. They can press you, and they can absolutely light you up from 3. ABC will look to get in their half-court sets, but also attack with purpose. Sometimes the best defense is good offense. If ABC can get going in transition versus the press, really put Citrus on their heels.
A lot of pressure on Bagsick and Montiano in that backcourt, working against the relentless Citrus pressure. And Mike, you can talk about the starting 5, and we just went over that, but of course that's just the beginning of the story when you're playing Citrus. They'll go 10, 11 deep easily, and that allows them to bring that pressure for 40 minutes.
Jeff, it's funny you mentioned that. I had a brief conversation with Coach Brett Lauer prior to the game. He says they go 13 deep, so Costco wholesale substitutions about to get underway here in Lancaster for the Owls. Special thanks, as always, to Byron Dever, Sports Information Director here at Antelope Valley College, and Athletic Director, Dean of Kinesiology and Athletics, Tom Gang. Not seen Tom here yet this evening.
That just means he's joining us on the broadcast.
Yeah, that's right. The Owls and the Marauders here live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It'll be Lewis and Barlow. Barlow jumping tip, also with the highest shooting percentage on the Owls team at 40+. So can't leave him by himself. Dakari Lewis wins the tip emphatically for the Marauders. And we are underway here in Lancaster. Part 2 of our doubleheader, and early turnover for Baksic working against Teo.
Well, a little more of the careless variety, and that is absolutely what the Marauders need to avoid here tonight. It's going to be hard enough taking great care of the ball.
I want to say the number that I looked up, points off turnovers on the season, Citrus creates 30 points plus per game off of turnovers.
Yeah, they force almost 23 a game.
Half court set. This is Johnston. Johnston looking for Teo, turning the corner. That one stripped by Lewis. Here comes Dakari downhill. And he's going to be, that should be a block. Wow. I thought I saw the defender moving here. Jeff, we'll see that again.
Well, you got to reward the courage for standing in front of Dakari Lewis, as you said, Mike, heading downhill.
Meanwhile, on the other end, it's Childs with a bucket for Citrus to get things started off. Here comes the press. Montiano flashes. Here's Daniels. Daniels will fire from 17. Soft shot, no. Baksic with a rebound. Tries to save it from going out of bounds. It's off to Johnston. Up ahead to Childs. Childs in transition. Back to Johnston. Johnston down the lane. Barlow had it down low momentarily. He'll foul from the short corner. Well short. Lewis imposing his physicality early. Baksic gives back to Lewis. Lewis at 6'7", very athletic. Bounce back from UAV. Backdoor, Montiano can't handle the hot pass. We'll go back to that charge call. I mean, that's the defender leaning every day of the week story.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. We have the benefit, of course, of the super slow-mo. But
Barlow from 3. That one off the back iron. Baksic tracks down the board, gives off to Daniels. Back to Evan Scott Alexander, led the way for the Marauders with 12 in the win over Bakersfield earlier this week, their first of the conference season for the Marauders. Baksic, meanwhile, steps in, and that looked more like an actual charge. Baksic takes it in the chest. Childs is out of control, his first personal on the charge. Citrus with an early 2-0 lead. Marauders looking for their first bucket. Easier said than done. That pass telegraphed by Evan Scott Alexander. He's able to keep it alive. It ricochets off, finally finds itself in the hands of Teo. Wow. Teo trying to splice the double team, falls over. Just kind of runs into Daniels. Baseline out of bounds for the Owls. Johnson on the dribble. Still working against Montiano. He's going to fire from 3 and hit. Meanwhile, the other way, Evan Scott Alexander able to get things going with a layup and a hard drive. And Jeff, that's a lot of what we talked about with Coach Taylor earlier today. And you have to attack with purpose. Barlow wide open from 3. That one again off the back iron. Lewis trying to snatch down the rebound. It falls into the hands of Baksic. Baksic quickly up ahead to evade the press. Scott Alexander will foul from way downtown. That one's short. Ill-advised shot for Evan Scott Alexander. Long rebound. You don't want to give a lot of those. Teo, Johnston from 3. Lewis contests. It's short. Johnson able to get his own rebound. fires it in the middle. It's a turnover. Lewis quickly back the other way. In transition, Lewis goes to the Euro step, lays it up, can't get it to go, and he commits the foul, so insult to injury.
Yeah, Lewis with a tough start on the break, picked up the charge earlier, and now a little bit awkward, but does a good job to avoid the travel, but then can't get the roll.
So possession back to the Owls. Lead at 5-2 after the three from Johnston.
It's the second foul on Lewis. Daniels also playing with 2 fouls early on.
Barlow gets JJ up in the air and goes around him for the layup.
Seen Barlow miss a couple of early shots, and I think that's a little bit of a break for the Owls that they make him put it on the floor. He gets something going to the basket, now gets the confidence up a little bit as he sees one go down.
Hawkins now into the ball game for the Marauders. Hawkins, Baxick, Evan Scott, Alexander, Montiano, and JJ Jaquay Franklin into the game right now for AVC. They're going to have to adjust to this speed, nearly a 5-second call. Hawkins able to track down the pass from Montiano. Here's a steal. Teo on the baseline. Evan Scott Alexander goes straight up, able to maintain it. Johnson thought about a second dribble, instead kicks it back out. This is Lance Rodriguez. Over to Ibo. They call him Boogie. Boogie down the lane, lays it up, lays it in. Franklin with some contact, no call. Here comes the press. Scott Alexander has to recognize a player falling down, maybe attack there. Instead, he slows it up, presses off. ABC into the half-court set. Tough shot for Evan Scott Alexander. Shot up, no good. It's a quick 9-2 run to open the game for the Owls. And this can get ugly in a hurry. Rodriguez kicks it back out. Ujadele, no good. Teo with a rebound. It's got to be one and done if you're ABC. Rodriguez, that one well off the mark.
Yeah, the scary thing if you're an ABC fan right now is Citrus has come out struggling from the field, and they still have the 9-2 lead. Marauders going to need to find some consistent offense.
G. Franklin into the ball game. Hawkins had a beat. Franklin will kick it back out. Baxick. It's a great job by Boogie moving his feet. Baxick into the lane, lays it up, no good, but he's fouled.
Mike, an awful lot of one-on-one in these first 5 minutes.
Way too much one-on-one. Jeff, that's a great observation. You're exactly right. We need to get some action, and somebody set a screen with purpose. And we're going to see James Ponders check into this ball game. I would suspect it's going to be for Jaquay Franklin. Or do the Marauders try to go a little bit bigger here? No, he will come in for JJ. So Ponders on, Franklin off. Baxick, 1 of 2 on that trip to the free throw line. Rodriguez will bring it up. Johnston looked like he traveled. Johnston floater up and good. Not entirely sure what referees are looking at here. You see the quick skip there. It's a nice job by Johnson, able to get that one in. Montiano back the other way. It's 11-3. ABC trailing by a good amount early. Baxick kicks out Montiano, wide open 3. That one off the front iron. Kicks back over to Uriah Foster. Foster averaging into double digits this season. Johnson, another triple, it's good. So Johnson with 8 early. Timeout ABC, they got to talk it over.
And the rotation very late, if not non-existent. And that's entirely too early. Too easy, I should say.
The lead too big too early, and yes, it's starting to get away from the Marauders. They want to talk things over. 14-17 remaining in this first half. You're watching 3C2A men's basketball here on SoCal College Sports. 14-3. Citrus with an early double-digit lead. ABC needs to stop the bleeding in a hurry. We expected the lineup sets to be very guard heavy. We're seeing that right now. But as a result, the Marauders have given up a little something on the glass. Montiano steps into a three. That is wide left. Montiano, who had a shooting percentage up over 40% earlier this season, has cooled off considerably. Luke Gillette in the house. Ponders comes down and one inside. It's Uriah Foster. One of 5 players this season averaging over double digits. Lewis picked up 2 early ones, and Coach Taylor going to roll the dice, going to bring them back in. Off comes Baksic and Ponders. Expect Citrus to attack Dakari. Foster, sophomore forward from Pasadena, LaSalle High School. Converts on the N1. Daniels evading the double team. Gives it up to G. Franklin. Evan Scott Alexander. Right now, offensively, the Marauders in a little bit of disarray from this press. Great find underneath. Hawkins up and under. Layup is good. That's good action.
Good cut off the baseline from Hawkins. Far and away the best set for AVC so far tonight.
Absolutely. Foster from 3. That one wide right. Daniels with a rebound. Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds. Instead, pushes the tempo. Up ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for somebody posting up. Nearly lost the ball. Lewis looked like he had some contact. No call. Back the other way we go. Johnston gets that one off the board. That one an errant shot. Off to Hawkins. Here's Daniels. Daniels to G. Franklin. From 3. No. In and out. Well, Jeff, that's some of what we were talking about, attacking with purpose versus the press in transition. As we see Foster put it in from 17 feet. A long 2. Franklin in transition. Didn't handle it cleanly. Scott Alexander. Hawkins, a triple, air ball. Just got to get back defensively now. A lot of what we expected from Citrus early. Oh, and that's number 3 on Lewis.
Calculated gamble for John Taylor, sending Lewis back out there, but now you got to believe he'll be heading to the bench with his 3rd.
And are they going to keep him out? No, they're going to call that on G. Franklin.
Oh, that's a break. Of course, ABC down a little bit with the injury to Joshua Asif.
Yeah. Asif likely done for the year. Battling a knee ailment. A minor knee ailment, but an ailment nonetheless. 1 of 2 on that trip. Foster. Hawkins. Quickly. Lewis. And 1, no, but he's fouled. Better that time from the Marauders.
Owls come in having won 14 straight. Their only 2 losses came back in November. Back-to-back games at Cerritos and at Riverside. And since then, unblemished.
Yep. Winners of the Fullerton Classic. Close call versus Chaffee in the semifinal. Dispatching San Diego City, another powerhouse in Southern California men's basketball, by double digits in the final. Shot up from 3, no good, and a quick foul. Going to go against Citrus. We've lost camera 1 here, Stoy.
Better set defensively for ABC as they trail it 21-6. And they'll get it back. And again, we're working on a camera issue, so we'll try to give you some looks from the various ends of the court while we try to restore our main camera.
Blocked up top by Foster, it looked like. Scott Alexander with it at the top of the key. To his left, again, a lot of one-on-one. He gets to the basket. That one, a goaltend. I want to see if we have this here. This is from before here, Jeff. Does that hit the backboard first? It does.
No, I think he hits it off the board.
At the same time?
Or even a little bit before. To me, hard to tell from that angle.
That shot in from downtown. Suarez, one of the leading three-point shooters on this team for Citrus. Lead out to 16. Lewis brings it up. One hit. The transmitter, yes. That one is dead.
Another turnover for the Marauders gives it back to Citrus. Leading by 16 midway through the first half. Owls 4 of 11 from three-point range so far. They'll try once again from long range around and out.
So you got this.
Daniels pulls up and knocks down the shot. Foul line jumper, and AVC pulls back within 14. Owls have been in control from the outset. Try again for 3, and again knocking it down. 5th 3 in the first half. That one comes courtesy Chris Giles. And it's a 27-10 lead. Jonathan Daniels back to the same spot. Can't get the bounce. An offensive rebound and a foul called on the rebound. Jaquay Franklin getting on the offensive glass will keep it for the Marauders, who trail it by 17. Again, having a brief technical issue with our main camera. We'll try to get that restored as quickly as possible. 9:15 remaining in the first half. Paul Harris will bring it in. Trap comes in the corner and a late whistle, but no, they're going to say this one's going to stay with AVC. Childs the near steal.
And we have camera 1.
Nice job. That's a risky pass against this Citrus defense. Dylan Davis
That is an
with the near steal, and ABC has to commit the foul.
awful execution. Baseline out of bounds. I mean, you got to get some movement. It's just guys standing in place. No cut. And it results in a 1-1. As Evan Scott Alexander commits the loose ball foul, his first. So sends Dylan Davis to the stripe. First free throw off the mark. JJ snatches down the bull. Scott Alexander in the lane, a lot of contact, and the foul. It's going to be on the ground or on the shot? Two coming, Evan Scott Alexander.
Shoots 73% from the line. Jonathan Daniels getting back just in time for this matchup, and
Should be.
that's a key addition, giving Antelope Valley a little more shooting, but also more ball handling against this pressure defense. But so far, it's been largely all for naught. The Owls imposing themselves from the outset.
Grant Martin's checked into the ball game, as has Baksic. Baksic will come on for Jonathan Daniels. Offensive foul. Gonna go against Martin. Martin just come up and moving on the pick. He's rolling in the defender. Baksic over to Evan Scott Alexander. He gets a pick from JJ trying to use it. Frazier rises up. That one off the back iron. Childs with possession. Goes over to Jamal Briscoe. Briscoe gets a screen. Better job that time by Martin holding his position. Evan Scott Alexander off to the races. Up top.
How about the strength of Evan Scott Alexander? They got a little contact there, but still able to finish with authority. Jamal Briscoe trying to chase that down and deny him the dunk, but can't do it.
We'll have one more look at it.
Just like back in your college days, Mike.
Sure. So
At least you
Briscoe,
could once.
I wouldn't say Briscoe gets posterized, but he participates in the poster. And ABC has cut the lead to 13. And you get the feeling the Marauders have been able to generate a little bit of momentum here.
Well, they're settling in after a very shaky start.
I turned it over in the opening possession.
Yeah. Mike, I have the feeling they just came out without the urgency that you might have wanted to see in this matchup at both ends of the floor. Hurt themselves with a couple of turnovers in the first few minutes, but also, Mike, I thought some slow rotations and giving up some open shots.
Barlow from three. That one off the back iron. Frazier high up for the board. Baksic quickly goes into attack mode on the other end. Gets a screen from Franklin. Baksic wide open. Montiano, quick trigger three. That's good. Josh Montiano. That looked like it might have been a carry. Scott Alexander will take the errant shot. Get cut off by Teo. Puts him in a bit of a blender. Still with possession. Gets another screen from Franklin, who cuts through. Here's a switch. Evan Scott Alexander foul.
You know, Mike, I don't mind the dribbling from Evan Scott Alexander as long as it's more along the lines of what we see here. And watch as he gets the screen and then the drive. Not so much of the juking and the dancing, looking for something, but get that screen, make a drive, because I think the Owls, along with anyone else, are going to have a hard time matching up one-on-one with Evan Scott Alexander.
Jeff, I think you're completely right. Kalen Smith checked into the ball game. He'll come on for JJ, Jaquay Franklin. So right now it's Kalen Smith, Josh Montiano, Baksick, Frazier, and Evan Scott Alexander. Second free throw, no good. 27-18, lead into single digits. The first time in a while for Citrus. They will look to generate some momentum of their own. Teo on the baseline has that blocked, but a foul. Wow.
We should have a good look.
Teo, little hesitation, turns the corner. There's a foul. Baksick brings a hand down. Indeed, that's going to go against Lucas. First free throw off the mark.
And Teo shoots 56% from the line.
Teo leading this team in scoring at a shade under 13 a game, 1 of 2 on that trip. Evan Scott Alexander with the left hand, nobody's fouled. And right now it's Evan Scott Alexander getting downhill in a hurry with emphasis. And he'll again go to the line. And right now you got to hit your free throws if you're Evan Scott Alexander. First one good.
Shoots 73% on the season.
That one swirls home. The lead is 8 for Citrus.
11 in the game for Scott Alexander.
Frazier with a great switch. Johnston maybe gets away with a bit of a hop there into his dribble. Wide open, Teo from 3. No. Baksick boxes out, gets a rebound foul. 2 shots coming, both team in the double bonus. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? They're going to call Baksick for blocking out? Okay, we're going to have a pretty good look here. How is that a foul? Jeff, Baksick has position the entire way there.
And it looked like the official closest to the play was initially going to call this going for ABC. The only thing I could think is there was something with the right arm which was on the opposite side of our camera.
Yeah, I thought both were locked up, but wow.
And that's a real momentum killer if you're ABC. You get the stop, you've got the ball, a chance to cut into the deficit further, and instead you lose that momentum, you get back a couple of points. And it's right there with the right arm, but it's hard to tell. And
I mean, what player has the advantage? But the player with position is Baksick.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I'm not sure what I'm looking at there.
1 of 2 on that trip for Johnston. Montiano with a little skip into his dribble. Thought about the 3, some contact from Johnston. Kicks back to Smith. Smith driving the lane back to Frazier. Frazier lays it up, can't get it to go. A little bit hard. Maybe got away with a bit of a travel. Boogie gives it off. Rodriguez, Teo, floater good. And Coach John Taylor is heated, to say the least.
Well, you're seeing ABC starting to run the Owl players off the three-point line, make them put it on the floor. Teo with the soft touch on the floater. But the Marauders obviously making a move toward trying to contest that three-point shot more. Mike, I think one of the key guys in this run for ABC, even though we haven't called his name much, is Ryan Frazier, who I think can be very important in this matchup. Smart player, understands spacing and moving the basketball. And he has given them a nice run here without being in the book. And I think he could be a very important player in this matchup.
Indeed, and Coach Taylor with an earful for Frazier. Frazier makes a great cut there. Scott Alexander unable to find him. And it's a turnover. That's more Evan Scott Alexander not finding the open player when he was open. Frazier will come off. He'll be replaced by Jonathan Daniels. The last timeout, Coach Taylor imploring Frazier to be more aggressive, be stronger to the bucket, as he missed on that layup attempt just a minute ago. Johnston, Teo inside out. A foul called on Jonathan Daniels.
That'll be his third.
Yep. Didn't beat him to the spot. Commits a foul. 2 shots coming to Teo.
Good recognition by Teo as well. Sees he's got Daniels in front of him. Goes right at him, gets himself to the line. Daniels picks up his third foul.
First one up and good for Teo. Second free throw also up and good. Lead back out to 13 for the Owls. Gerard Franklin will check in. He'll come on for Jonathan Daniels. Will probably be done for the first half. 5:27 to go.
5-0 run since the questionable foul call on Bagsick, Mike. That was an 8-point game. The Marauders looking like they were going to have the ball. Instead, they give up a couple of free throws, and now it's back to 13.
Bagsick with a floater. Franklin flies in with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Kalen Smith tried to dunk that, and instead it comes off to the Owls. Bagsick working on Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives off. Cross-court pass over to Childs. Childs, three-pointer. Backboard first. Boogie has that one blocked out of bounds. I thought that went off of Boogie. Nope. Smith, last to touch it. Good call. Another foul called. Johnston going to the line. Free throw up and good for Johnston. Two of two. Lead back out to 15. Scott Alexander just lost the ball. That went out of bounds. No foul committed, just a turnover for the Owls.
You got to say Johnson lost the ball before the contact. Well, the Marauders can use a bucket, but who's going to deliver one other than Scott Alexander?
Franklin errant on the shot that time. The pass ahead of Rodriguez. Rodriguez in transition. Has a man down low. This can be a charge. Rodriguez out of control. Maxick gets in the way in a perfect spot.
Yeah, Rodriguez has Johnston down there, but can't get the pass off.
That's
in
a great
time.
job. Great job by Maxick stepping in there. That's a second taken charge for Lucas. Franklin comes off. Hawkins into the contest. They find Hawkins in transition. He rises up, layup up, no good, but he's fouled. And the Marauders right now just can't buy a layup. They've had a couple of point-blank opportunities. Watch this press break here. That's a great job of finding the man in the middle. Hawkins cuts. They find him. First free throw off the mark.
Yeah, Trey Hawkins looking for his first made free throw on the season.
Got a little Bruce Bowen in him. So he can shoot it from three. Seen that a couple times this season. What is he on the season, Stoy?
Well, he's averaging 0.3 free throw attempts per game. So I believe he's 0 for 3 on the season, now 1 for 5. He's played in 10 games, but had taken a couple and yet to make one, but now he has.
In and out. Smith fouled on the rebound attempt, and Kalen Smith going to be going to the line. Both teams in the double bonus. So, Jeff, are you saying he was Blutarski right before that? 0.0 on the season. Now 20%.
Well, at least his stats actually showed up on there, as opposed to what was the name of the character that didn't? That there were no records.
Oh, D-Day.
Yeah, at least he wasn't D-Day.
D-Day, also known as Sheriff Farley from My Cousin Vinny.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Our scorekeeper, Kayla, getting the reference. That's impressive.
Well, which reference? Because it's, did you get the Animal House reference or the?
No, she knew
the
the
My
actor.
Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, no, she knew it was the same actor.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Under 4 to go, ABC trailing by 13. It's been all Owls here in the first half with a couple of pockets of momentum for the Marauders. Owls a little stagnant offensively right now. That's not a great offensive set. Smith with an emphatic block, trying out for the men's volleyball team. Their season coming up shortly. He's whistled for a foul. I want to see this one more time. Does the offensive player just kind of fall down? It looked like Briscoe. First free throw off the mark.
Yeah, the Owls shooting 39% from the field in this one. Antelope Valley down at 27%. And this has not been the prettiest of first halves for either team.
2 free throws off the mark. Montiano on the dribble. And Evan Scott Alexander again off on the layup. Johnston thought about bringing it in. Suarez inside. Briscoe, point blank, fouled. Briscoe was looking to catch a body, and Kalen had other ideas.
Yeah, Kalen Smith going to make him earn it from the line. And Briscoe shoots 75%. but did just miss a couple.
First one up and good for Briscoe. Smith will come off. We're going to see Paul Harris for the first time here tonight. He'll come on for Montiano. Paul getting some love from the crowd. Bit of a character. Fan favorite. Second free throw up and good for Briscoe. Scott Alexander on the dribble. Looking for a man in the middle. It was Hawkins. Pass intercepted and stolen. Briscoe into the lane, lays it up, lays it in.
Good job looking off the defender by Briscoe, finishing it himself. Sometimes with numbers you can get a little too cute, but Briscoe takes it hard to the rim, gets the layup.
Harris drives the lane, kicks it back out to Baksic. Little 4 out, 1 in. Great screen by JJ. JJ needs to roll and seal off his man. Evan Scott Alexander into the lane. Shot up and one. Look at the hard drive here by Evan Scott Alexander. He gets fouled 3 times. Able to get it to go.
Well, he has been the Marauder offense here in this first half.
That's a good job by Evan. You see him holding the follow through, get the little flick of the wrist. Puts it in, cuts the lead to 14 after the and one. After the lead had ballooned all the way to 17, that was the largest of the game for Citrus. Davis, corner, Suarez from 3, that one off the back iron. Rebound 5-4-1 by the Marauders. This is Harris, and Harris gives off to Baksic. Baksic, crossover dribble. Has a guy on the baseline, banks it up and home! Lucas Baksic! In traffic, fouled by Johnston. Now they're going to say Childs commits his second. But the play again here from Lucas Baksic. Takes all of the contact. And Coach Taylor emphatically talked about how this team needs to get downhill in a hurry and not look to just attack the zone, but attack the score. See that on back-to-back possessions, quick 6-0 run for the Marauders. Childs forced to bring it back out into the corner. That 3 off by Davis. Hawkins tracks down the board, up ahead. Evan Scott Alexander, 2-on-1, has Frazier on the baseline. Frazier can't finish. Oh, again, Frazier can't finish the layup. We got the lead back to single digits. Dogging Johnston defensively, and Briscoe hits a triple. That's a 5-0 switch. My goodness. Timeout called by Citrus. They'll want to set up the press. 42-28, the lead back out to 14 for the Owls. 1:19 to go in the first. Back to battle here in Lancaster, 42-28 after the made 3 from Briscoe. The lead back out to 14 for the Owls. Here comes the full court pressure from Citrus. Scott Alexander going to have to burn a timeout here. The spacing off for the Marauders. I'll take another timeout here from Lancaster.
I look back now and realize that I didn't have the opportunities. Back then, I didn't know any better. I knew it was coming, and I remember back then we talked about it as the equal rights. I didn't know that I was supposed to have those opportunities. I was just frustrated that my brother got to do it and I didn't.
It's just amazing, but I think this 50th anniversary has given us an opportunity to celebrate and to know that our female coaches can figure out how to be mothers, how to live lives, and how to be successful coaches, and they're now the role models to their student athletes.
We celebrate the 50th anniversary of Title IX. Meanwhile, the men playing the second leg of our doubleheader. Pass up ahead. Harris lays it up. He gets it to go. Paul Harris with his first bucket. See Harris with the finish on the other end. That's a tough shot. Frazier alertly does not touch the rim. That would have been offensive goaltending. Meanwhile, the foul's going to go against Harris.
Yeah. Yes,
Jeff,
on Harris, his first.
Jeff, what are the free throw numbers for Citrus? Because I can't imagine they're very good here in the first half for a team that shoots it so well.
Yeah, 10 of 16. So make it 11 of 18 after going 1 out of 2. And they shoot about 66%, so they're not really far under their average.
No look, Baksic to Frazier, a beauty. Look at the look here, little Mahomes-ish. As Baksic looks off the defense. The lead cut to 11. So signs of life here from the Marauders. Layup up and good for Teo. That was a savvy move. Harris had Frazier momentarily. A 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. So Baksic going to hold for the final shot of the first half. High horns. Baksic from 3. That shot up and good for Lucas Baksic. Still 4 seconds to go. Teo will fire from way downtown. That one off. And we will go in at the end of one. 45-35, a half that saw the Marauders trail by as many as 17. They have cut it to 10. And it built some momentum heading into the second half.
We started the Community Athletic Project back in 2018, and it was a way for us to give back to the community, the young people of the community. This golf tournament is this golf tournament gives us an opportunity to say thank you to everybody, to say thank you for being a part of this. Let's get out and have a good time playing some golf and have fun and enjoy ourselves and have a communal opportunity to say thank you.
And we got some perfect weather for it.
Absolutely. Last year we had 115 degrees. This year we're at 80, and it's beautiful and nice little breeze.
So I was just beginning junior high and high school when Title IX came about. And I remember the opportunities for my brother, my older brother, but there were no opportunities for my sister and I outside of school.
In those days, we went and changed into these ridiculous one-piece shorts outfits if you were a girl.
I remember we wore the jumpsuits. We didn't really feel like athletics.
Every decision that we make as administrators, we have to look at it through the lens of Title IX. I think that we have to see how does it affect other programs, our student athletes, and how we are providing access and opportunities for our student athletes.
You see a lot of athletes, male and female, who haven't yet peaked when they're in high school. They may have been doing soccer, either at school, club soccer, whatever it is, whatever sport it is. They may not be good enough to have been recruited right into a D1, 2, or 3 school. They still want to compete. They may or may not think they have an opportunity to go to a 4-year after that. But what they know is that athletics is really important to them, and they want one last chance.
We don't ever want to go backwards. We want to get better and better and better. And I would say as we improve women's athletics, we're also going to improve men's. There's always room for improvement in everything we do. So if you improve one, the other one's going to come along too.
45-35 as we enter the second half. Citrus with the lead as big as 17. Had it whittled down towards the end of that first half, and the Marauders were able to generate some momentum down the stretch. Mike Cepeda joined alongside Jeff Stoynoff. Remote.
Yeah, Bagsick and Evan Scott Alexander really leading the way. And the Marauders are going to need that and more, trailing by 10 as they enter the second half, but they're in it.
Childs from three, wide open. Lewis fights off Boogie. Jump ball. And the arrow favoring the Marauders.
Lewis with limited minutes. Foul trouble in the first half, along with Daniels, both out there with 3 fouls.
Bagsick turns it over. Johnston on the steal. He will pull up from 3 if you don't get a hand up. Teo nearly lost it in traffic. Gives it off to Childs. Childs, Johnston. Johnston takes a dribble to his left. That's a great closeout by Bagsick. Backdoor Teo. Gives it off to a wide open Childs who will rise up from 15. That one off the mark. Out of bounds. They'll say it's off the Marauders. New shot clock. And we are having some issues with our main camera. We'll try to get that sorted out for you here shortly. Jeff, are you seeing that?
I'm getting some flickering on my screen.
We'll get that situated here. Bagsick comes around. They're going to call him a foul on Lucas. I think he held Johnson just a little bit to get some separation over the left side.
It's a tough assignment for Bagsick. Probably not the worst foul to take, rather than letting Johnston catch it down low.
Inside, another foul.
First few minutes of this second half going to be so important for the Marauders. You know that Brett Lauer had some words and for his team at halftime and some adjustments to make. And you've got to expect that the Owls are going to come out and play a cleaner first few minutes. The Marauders have to match that to stay in this game. You don't want to give up a quick Owl run that sees them go back up in the area of 20.
Jeff, take over for a second.
First free throw, rims high, no good. Chris Childs at the line, a 77% foul shooter. Childs readies the second free throw. That's too strong. Daniels has the rebound. He's fouled in the backcourt by Ujadale. So Abiho Ujadale commits his third foul. But for the moment, he will remain in the game. As Bagsick will bring it up, checked by Teo. Trying to get it to Daniels. Shot clock at 17. Daniels to the crossover, drives the lane. Childs has the steal. Out to Ujadale. Leaves the pass down low and the layup up and good for Teo. So the turnover leads to the transition basket. And Citrus up 12. They pass down low and the turnaround shot good, but an offensive foul. As Teo takes the charge. The Marauders turn it over again. Marauders now with 15 turnovers in the game. Not entirely unexpected against the pressure of the Owls. The pass block, Daniels gets it ahead and the layup up and good. Scott Alexander leaking out as the Marauders this time come up with the steal and the break. Left-handed scoop is good for Childs. So Childs on the drive, pushes it back to a 12-point lead, 49-37. Daniels fakes the three, steps in, fires from 18, no good. Childs high up for the board. Long three, in and out. Rebound to Daniels. Pretty good look for Ty Barlow. Now it's the Marauders running the floor. Scott Alexander can't finish at the hoop. Excuse me, that was Takari Lewis. Meanwhile, Johnston short on the three, but gets his own rebound. Drives it baseline, tiptoes the sideline, but lost it out of bounds. Well, a break for the Marauders. Still a 12-point game, 17:08 remaining in the ballgame. Bagsick picked up in the switch, but the interior feed nearly stolen. Scott Alexander lets it go from three. No good, but a foul called. But it's going to work against the Marauders.
Sawyer stud, I appreciate it. Having some cabling issues. I think we have it sorted out, hopefully.
It's always the cord. We know that.
Yeah. Just like when you miss a free throw, it's always the ball.
You're taking my excuse from me.
It's 49-37. Yeah, we're all squared away. Well, luckily not a lot of scoring happened. Montiano rises up and hits. The lead down to 10. Back where we started to start the second half. Johnson gets a screen from Teo, rises up, puts it in. Franklin, no contest. Johnson banks it home. Scott Alexander goes baseline, puts it up. No, but is this going to be on the ground? He should be getting continuation. And he does. They're going to give him two. They were talking about it. There we see Evan Scott Alexander. First free throw. Looks good, is good. Well, Jeff, this is a team in Antelope Valley who played East LA very tough earlier this year in the Cuyamaca tournament. Actually losing by double digits, but that was a game where they were down, I believe, one in the final 6 minutes. East LA able to come away with that win. That shot up, no good by Barlow, but rebounded by Teo. Johnson will try a triple and will hit.
Second chance points for the Owls as Johnston knocks down the three.
Evan Scott Alexander working against Barlow. Good response on the other end. You like to see him attacking.
Well, this is clear.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Michael.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, this is clearly the plan for the Marauders here tonight. Alexander with 9 free throw attempts in this game, that's already a season high. And he's going for 2 more. So obviously something in the matchup, the decision was made to have Evan Scott Alexander attack this Owl defense.
Yep. There's a downhill player
coming. Yep.
And we've seen that time and time again. Hold it. That looks good. Yep.
Up to 19 in the game now. His season high is 25.
Teo working against Montiano. Finds Rodriguez into the corner. Boogie kicks it out. That's a good set. This is going to be a a turnover, as it looked like Rodriguez stepped on the end line. I wonder if we have it here on camera 2.
A little
Two.
surprised Rodriguez doesn't take the shot, Michael.
Yeah, take the first one. Don't exactly have it there. Trust the referees. 15-minute mark here in the second half. Daniels turns the corner, rises from 14. That one's good. Signs of life here from the Marauders. Back to a 10-point game. Foster rises up and scores. JJ, that's a tough guard. And as I say that, they're going to bring James Ponders check in next dead ball, likely going to be for JJ. Daniels. 2 shots coming.
Working the pick and roll with JJ.
It's not a bad set here. JJ gets away with one. See, if JJ makes contact there, it's going to be an offensive foul. But able to avoid the contact. A couple free throws coming to Jonathan Daniels. First one is off the mark. Harris will check back in along with Evan Scott Alexander, Trey Hawkins, Daniels, and Ponders on the floor. Second free throw good. JD. See if the Marauders can get past the hump of 10. Rodriguez into the corner. Davis from 3, that's good. Dylan Davis with a backbreaker 3. Lead back to 14 for the Owls. Daniels loses it in traffic, but he's fouled. It's a good call. Davis, hand in the cookie jar. Baseline out of bounds. Both teams with 4 fouls in this second half. Both teams were in the bonus early in that first. 13:52 remaining. Baseline out of bounds. It'll be Hawkins in a stack set. And then Daniels. Daniels goes baseline, kicks out to Hawkins. Hawkins from 3. That one rattles out. Rodriguez quickly up ahead. Johnson in the corner, kicks it back out. Rodriguez going to reset. He'll get a baseline runner. Rodriguez from the elbow. That shot banked in and out. It's tapped out of bounds. It should stay here, and it will. Last touch, it looked like it was Ponders or Hawkins.
At an angle where you typically see a lot of use of the glass, but we're going to assume he called it.
If it's me, I always called it. Turnover there from Foster.
Yeah,
Back
Foster
to the
trying
Marauders, it'll go.
thread that pass in.
Yeah, not exactly his cup of tea. Baksic. Go 4 out, 1 in this set play here. Daniels had some room. Instead of going to fire from 17, that one's good. That's good early recognition after receiving that pass from Daniels.
With the mid-range.
Ponders, that's an offensive foul. Where's the offensive foul?
And it's the 4th on Lewis, or you should say.
Foster
it'll
lowers
go on
the
Ponders.
shoulder. Where is that? Ponders comes in. Extension on the forearm. I mean, that's almost always called going the other end. Clearly a foul by Ponders after that. First free throw up and good for Foster. Dakari Lewis will check back into the ball game for Ponders. Ponders his second foul.
Lewis returns with 4 fouls.
Foster drains both. Averaging in double digits on the season. Baxic fouled. Bringing it up the floor. Going to get Dylan Davis, or excuse me, Rodriguez. No, it'll be Davis. That's his 4th. Stack said sideline out of bounds. Hawkins. Daniels being denied. So Hawkins say, okay, I'll go ahead and take it. Finally, the pass over to Daniels. To his right, Daniels rises up, some contact, banks it home. Baxic with a steal. Baxic finds a cutting Hawkins, and Hawkins loses it. Suarez from 3, no. Briscoe down low. Lewis going straight up. Nice job. Lewis alters the shot. Suarez can't get it to go on the follow. ABC now with possession. Hawkins in the corner. Drives the baseline. Gives it off. Lewis down the lane, and he's fouled. That's a terrific find. Lewis got hit in the face. Man. And Lewis caught one right in the chops. Came down awkwardly, and that's 4 fouls on Foster. Well, Jeff, as you talked about, this team with a ton of depth.
Yeah, not quite as pressing a problem for the Owls. Run that long bench. But it does limit options. And we see Indigo Coleman come on for Citrus.
I believe that's the first time tonight. Lewis, second free throw, well off the mark. The lead remains 12. And that's an offensive foul. Briscoe clearly. And now they call it. See the extension there as Briscoe commits the foul. I think the refs are on high alert. They see that extension again. Coach Taylor's been working the refs ever since that no call versus Ponders. Daniels enters into Lewis, has it stolen. Suarez on the steal. Jeff, it's just too much telegraphing of passes going into the intended targets.
And I wonder, Lewis with 4 fouls as well, if he's leery about picking up that 5th on the offensive end.
Briscoe foul going up. They're going to get Paul Harris.
Well, the Marauders are doing a nice job of hanging around, but it's too much trading baskets. And the Owls going to be content to continue with that as time ticks away. Other than that brief run in the first half that initially got them back into the game after they trailed by as many as 17. The Mariners just haven't been able to put together any kind of run against the Owls here tonight.
Yeah, I think the biggest run we saw was 6, 2 back-to-back and ones in that first half. And here comes the full court pressure. Lewis goes to the Euro step and 1. And that's how you break the press. We'll see this entire play develop here. Great find by Daniels. And the athletic Dakari Lewis able to get the finish. That's good. Shot by Dakari, converts the and 1. Lead down to 11. And 11 minutes to go. Childs in the lane, floater up and good. That's a tough shot. Lewis in pursuit. Montiano directing traffic. Kicks it over. They go inside to Lewis. Lewis lays it up, lays it in, and 1. Well, they try to induce the foul call on Dakari Lewis. Coleman goes down. Bit of a flop. Childs comes over and commits his third. And 1 for Dakari Lewis.
That's a big call. Lewis out there with 4 fouls. You know, Mike, I think it's a pretty good no call, but it's one that I've seen called the other way.
Yep. And we're having some back and forth between Lewis and Jeff. I really like the approach here from the referees. And the referee could have easily called a technical foul, a double technical. That would have taken Dakari Lewis out of the game. And understanding the situation, initiated a warning, which is how you're supposed to do it. How often have we seen that be called a double technical as Childs just hit Lewis in the face? Lewis had some words, and Childs with some back and forth. 65-54. Boogie over to Briscoe. Briscoe didn't handle it cleanly, guarded by Daniels. Coleman at the top, guarded by Lewis, who goes straight up with a block. Blocked Dakari Lewis in transition, going back the other way. But Scott Alexander's probably going to get charged, and it will be. See the block here from Dakari Lewis on the other end. Goes straight up. Get it out of here. Didn't have it at the end there, but that's a third foul on Evan Scott Alexander. As much as you love the aggression from Evan, you have to at least mix in a jump stop every now and then. Childs from 3, back iron. Lewis trying to track down the rebound, able to bother the rebound. The possession here for ABC. Lewis holding, gives it over to Baxic. Briscoe denying Lewis inside. Lewis able to get position. Going to go to work. Lays it up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, has it blocked out of bounds by Briscoe. Hawkins, no. Hawkins right there, lays it up and lays it in. Initially, it looked like it was going out of bounds, but Hawkins cleans up the mess and puts it in, and the lead into single digits for Citrus for the first time in a while.
Yeah, Hawkins, right place, right time.
2-3 shell zone
job
look.
Finishing at the rim.
That's a moving pick on Coleman. Briscoe rises up and scores. Let's see that again here, Stoy. Coleman's moving the entire time. He's moving, undercuts, still moving. Lewis is going to come off. He'll get a breather. Enter to Daniels, and Daniels will bring it up. Working against Suarez. A lot of contact. 9 to go. 11-point lead for the Owls. Daniels into the lane. Shot up no good. Ponders right there with the rebound and the layup. Suarez. Jeff, I don't know about you, but I've seen a little less urgency offensively in the second half for the Owls. That's an offensive foul. Wow. Jeff, it looked like to me that Baxic beat him to the spot. No. On further review, I think that's a good call. You see there, he initiates contact, the defender does, versus Childs, and he doesn't beat him to the spot. The correct call made. I think it was on the ground, so an and one. Childs misses on the first. It's Marauder ball. That's a foul. Marauders in the double bonus. So Jonathan Daniels is going to go to the line. Well, Jeff, as it's turned out, let's stop the clock there, Kayla.
Yeah, this is a chance for ABC to get as close as they've been since the very early going. He can knock this one down and get him back within 7.
And he does. Clock is your best friend. When you're at the free throw line, you're able to put up points. Childs over to Johnston. This is a 2-3 shifting from a 1-2-2. Another, oh, wow. Baxic going to be whistled again.
And if it is, that's number 5 on Baxic.
That's a really tough call. Set. Byron, should be 7:30. We have 7:30. Okay. All right, trying to get the 7:30. Yeah. No, 7:30. We're tracking it. We have our own clock. Sorry, Jeff. Again, trying to get the score situated. As Boogie will go to the free throw line for Citrus. Double bonus the rest of the way for both teams again. Baxic done for the night. That went off the back iron. Ponders had it momentarily. Boogie cleans up the mess and lays it up and in. Oh. Well, you're taught to chin it. Ponders didn't do that and had it stripped away. Hawkins from 3. Well off the mark. Teo Brings it up, finds Suarez at the corner three, a triple. It's good. Oh, just like that, the lead is 12.
That is a tough 30 seconds. They give up the turnover after they had the rebound. Hawkins takes the long three, then doesn't find the shooter coming back the other way. And the Owls push the lead to 12.
Man. Daniels from three. That one off the back iron. Ponder is able to track down the long rebound. Has it, and that one tapped out of bounds off of Suarez. Lewis and G. Franklin getting ready to check in.
See the good active hands for the Owls as you've seen all night.
Yeah.
A well-coached team, and their intensity defensively can definitely wear you down.
Trying to get Lewis at the rim. Montiano with a turnover. It's just not there. Why are you throwing it to the double team? Inside out dribble. Teo lays it up.
It's great anticipation by Teo, who reads that play, gets in the passing lane, gets the steal.
Exactly right. The lead 14 now. Evan Scott Alexander over to Lewis. Lewis down low. Here comes the defense. Offensive foul. Wow.
And that's number 5 on Lewis.
The defender is leaning to his left. Man. I'm going to refrain from commenting here. Lewis done for the night. Bagsick done for the night. Let's see it again.
Well, I don't think you can look at this game and call this one as one that could have gone the other way were it not for a couple of calls. But there are a couple of calls where the chance that the Marauders had for some momentum was really taken from them. And could they have possibly changed the dynamic? We'll never know.
Yep. You're playing a team like Citrus, coming in with an overall record of 17-2. Your margin for error is very thin. And when you combine that with calls that go against you in your home gym.
I go back to that play in the first half and the call on Bagsick.
Oh.
And it's not so much the call, but when it happened, it was during an AVC run. They had cut it down to 8. They were about to get the ball. And instead, it's a couple of free throws. And this team in Citrus is so good that if you give them a couple of more chances, they're going to take advantage and reassert control in the game. And that's exactly what they've done. And they deserve a lot of credit for that.
Daniels lowers his shoulder. He's fouled. Well, 5:43 remaining in this one, and it's a steep hill. Timeout called by the Marauders, trailing by 14. Take a break ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
Free throw by Scott Alexander. Pulls the Marauders within 13. As Frazier returns. Three is good as Suarez from the wing makes it a 15-point lead for the Owls.
Sorry there, Stoney. Lost audio for a second. Evan Scott Alexander, that's probably going to be a charge. Wow! Okay.
Well, it hasn't been easy to predict tonight.
It really hasn't. Mateo beats him to the spot. Evan Scott Alexander lowers the shoulder, and it's a block. So, and one. And ABC is going to take it. Now, are we waiting to see if the referee is going to change his mind? We saw a change of the guard earlier. Well, the shot went in. How's that not a and one? So did they say that happened on the ground? Story, they said that shot happened on the ground, so the layup was no good. Well, this game getting away from ABC, but also getting away from the referees as well. Suarez from three again? No. Evan Scott Alexander, and we're going to have a double foul likely here. Wow. Story, what are we watching?
Well, I think
they're going to call Kalen Smith on a foul. Boxing out. I mean, if anything, it's a lot of two-way action there. Man. And into Johnson to Suarez. Suarez thought about the three. Teo will let it fly, and he'll hit. Well, up 16, 4 minutes to go, and that one might start the burying process. If it hasn't started already, Teo with the foul.
And obviously not the foul you want to commit if you're Anthony Teo. In the penalty and up 16, under 4 minutes to go.
I mean, the brand of basketball that's... sorry there, Story.
You send Montiano to the line. 87% foul shooter.
The brand of basketball for Citrus is, they're going to get up in you. But I think at this point in the ball game, your biggest thing is you want to stay in front. You're in the double bonus, or in the double penalty, if you will, if you're Citrus, both teams. You just need to stay in front of your man instead of maybe ball hawking at this juncture in the ball game. Last thing you want is for the opposing team to put up points with no time coming off the clock. That's exactly what's happening right now. So Montiano hits on the first. Teo brings it up and under move, no good, rebounded by Daniels. Quickly back the other way for the Marauders. Jonathan into the lane. Some contact. Layup up, no good. Johnston for the Owls up top to Teo. One-handed shot, no. Franklin with a rebound. Back and forth we go. Smith lays it up and in. And ABC is going to take their final timeout in this one. Trailing by 12 with 3:18 to go. Johnston will inbound it. Man.
Mike, I got an old school basketball reference here for you, an old school basketball comparison.
What do you got?
For Jonathan Daniels, I'm getting a little Vinnie Johnson feel.
The microwave?
Yes, you do remember. A little bit with the frame, a very solid build.
Yep.
Definitely some streak shooting capacity as well. Can definitely get hot and fill it up.
Good mid-range.
I like the fact that Jonathan Daniels can play off the ball and catch and shoot the ball, but also can do what he's doing right now, handle the ball and run the offense. That's a little bit like Vinnie Johnson as well. Feel pretty strong about the vibe.
Foul called away from the ball. We're going to have an offensive foul. I want to see that again here. They're going to get Montiano on a foul. That's a good call. He's leaning into it. Back on the other end. Smith commits it, under 3 to go, and Kalen Smith has just fouled out.
Could be that I just saw a Pistons game. I was watching part of it on YouTube, so it might be on the brain, but.
Or are you playing Stratomatic right now? The Pistons.
I think I got it.
87, 88.
Yes, it was quite the Stratomatic breakdown of his skill set.
Let's see Malachi Jones here tonight. We'll see him enter the ball game right now. Montiano will come off along with Smith. Well, they have to get Kalen Smith, because he's got 5. Harris has earned some minutes. He'll come in. Ibo. First free throw off the mark. Oh, for 2 on that trip for Boogie. Franklin in the corner for three. That one off the mark. Johnston taps the rebound to himself. 2.5 to go. Hawkins check in for the Marauders next dead ball. Childs on the dribble. Finds Boogie in the corner. Inside, Johnston. Fadeaway three at the end of the shot clock. Did not hit the rim. It'll be a shot clock violation on the Owls. Not the worst thing in the world if you're the Owls. You get your money's worth, the full 30 seconds off of the clock. Nothing to show for it, but still a 13-point lead.
Well, you have the feeling that for Citrus, this is a dream come true in some ways for head coach Brett Lauer and his staff, as the Owls will likely emerge here with the win, but no doubt with a lot of things to talk about and work on moving forward.
Hawkins misses, working against Suarez. Suarez does a good job of staying in front, altering that shot. Hawkins did have a pretty good look, though.
The Marauders have done a good job of hanging around in this one and battling, but haven't been able to get over the top and get all the way back into it.
Up and under move, no, not there for Teo. Daniels now on the dribble, working against Suarez. Puts the defender in jail, and one. Well, Jonathan Daniels, his strength is his lower body.
Well, he's got that solid frame, a lot of strength, and even at his size, he can go in the lane and get a ball up on the rim as he just did there.
Yeah, he's a tough player to move off the spot, that's for sure. Lead is 10, 15 to go. And Johnston in the corner maybe got away with a bit of a travel there. And Jeff, this is a team that, this is, considering their acumen, feels like a fairly insurmountable lead. And here's a steal. Harris in transition, banks it up, banks it in. No timeouts for ABC. They cannot stop the ball. And Daniels with a near steal.
And Johnston needs to give up that basketball a little bit faster.
Johnston throws it away. Hawkins the other way. Looks like he had some contact down low. It's a layup. The lead is 6.
It's 2 possessions.
Suarez, they're going to have to foul. It's the last guy you want to foul. I'd imagine that Suarez from the free throw line, probably a pretty high clip.
72%.
Wow. That's surprising because the form looks awfully good. I wonder if it's one of those small sample size type deals.
Yeah, he averages a little bit less than 1 free throw attempt a game.
Yeah.
So he has not been there a whole lot. 17 free throw attempts on the season.
That one looked pretty good. Second free throw, it's good. Daniels nearly lost it. Evan Scott Alexander short on the 3. Should probably do it. Look at this team, still trying. Finally, the Marauders are going to wave the white flag. Citrus going to get out of here with a win. Marauders made it interesting, but really could never get over the hump. And they'll go 1 of 2 on the week, win at Bakersfield, the first conference win. But they fall here at home to one of the top teams in Southern California. And Citrus College, who moves to 18-2 on the year, 6-0 in conference. Jeff, any final thoughts?
Well, I think we covered it in the final minute. It's disappointing loss for ABC here tonight, but I think coming off the win in conference and the way they battled here tonight, they get Jonathan Daniels back into the fold, and this is a team that still has some time to progress here as this season finishes out. You hope, as a Marauder fan, that they're heading in the right direction.
We'll do it for our coverage from Lancaster, 85-77, your final. The Marauders split the doubleheader. They win in the women's game, drop the men's game. Thank you to everybody here on our crew. For Jeff Stoynoff, I'm Mike Cepeda signing off. Thanks for watching, everybody.